February 10th, on this day, in 60, St. Paul is believed to have been shipwrecked on the island of Malta, an event recorded in biblical accounts that contributed to the spread of Christianity in the region. In 1258, Hulagu Khan, a Mongol leader, seized Baghdad and brought an end to the Abbasid Caliphate, marking a turning point in Middle Eastern history. In 1620, supporters of Marie de Medici, the exiled Queen Mother of France, were defeated by the king's troops at the Battle of Pont de Sèvres, solidifying royal authority. In 1720, Edmund Halley was appointed as the second Astronomer Royal at the Greenwich Observatory, furthering astronomical research in Britain. In 1763, the Treaty of Paris was signed, ending the 7 Years' War, including its North American phase known as the French and Indian War. France surrendered Canada and most of its territories in the New World to Great Britain. In 1799, Napoleon Bonaparte left Cairo with 13,000 soldiers to commence his campaign in Syria, expanding French military influence in the region. In 1814, Napoleon Bonaparte personally led swift attacks against advancing enemy columns near Paris, beginning with a significant victory over Russian forces at Champaubert. In 1824, Simón Bolívar was named dictator by the Congress of Peru, solidifying his leadership during South America's struggle for independence from Spanish rule. In 1837, Russian author Aleksandr Pushkin died after being mortally wounded in a duel held to defend his wife's honor, marking the loss of one of Russia's greatest literary figures. In 1840, British Queen Victoria married her cousin Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, later known as the Prince Consort, at St. James Palace, establishing a partnership that would deeply influence the era. In 1858, Millard Fillmore, the 13th President of the United States, married Caroline Carmichael in Albany, New York, following the death of his first wife. In 1863, showman P.T. Barnum staged the highly publicized wedding of Tom Thumb and Lavinia Warren, both with dwarfism, in New York City, captivating audiences nationwide. In 1898, German poet and playwright Bertolt Brecht was born in Augsburg. He later developed epic theater, which broke traditional theatrical conventions to address social and ideological issues. In 1904, Russia and Japan declared war on each other, marking the beginning of the Russo-Japanese War, which would reshape power in East Asia. In 1906, the British battleship HMS Dreadnought was launched after just 100 days of construction. Its revolutionary design rendered all other capital ships obsolete, initiating a global naval arms race. In 1941, Iceland was attacked by German planes during World War II, marking the spread of conflict into the North Atlantic. In 1945, American B-29 bombers launched significant air raids on the Tokyo area, contributing to the Allied campaign in the Pacific during World War II. In 1952, India held its first general election, reinforcing the nation's democratic foundations as Jawaharlal Nehru continued as Prime Minister. In 1955, Bell Aircraft showcased a fixed-wing vertical takeoff airplane, representing a leap forward in aviation technology and influencing future aircraft design. In 1960, Adolph Coors, the American beer brewer, was kidnapped in Golden, Colorado in a case that captured national attention. In 1962, American pilot Francis Gary Powers, who was captured after his U-2 spy plane was shot down over the Soviet Union in 1960, was exchanged for jailed Soviet informant Rudolf Abel in a high-profile Cold War prisoner swap. In 1966, protester David Miller was convicted of burning his draft card, highlighting growing opposition to U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War. In 1986, the largest mafia trial in history began in Palermo, Italy, with 474 defendants facing charges, marking a pivotal moment in Italy's fight against organized crime. In 1989, the World Wrestling Federation admitted in a New Jersey court that professional wrestling is an exhibition, not a competitive sport, in order to seek deregulation. In 1990, the spacecraft Galileo flew past Venus on its way to explore Jupiter, marking a milestone in planetary exploration. In 1993, Michael Jackson Talks to Oprah Winfrey aired on ABC, drawing an astonishing 90 million viewers in the United States and achieving record-breaking ratings. In 2005, Arthur Miller, one of the most influential playwrights of the mid-20th century and author of Death of a Salesman, passed away at the age of 89.
Subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's events.